Hello! Hello, everyone! And welcome to, sorry. Yo, where's Kyle? Yo, Kyle, turn that off, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
Dude, what are you wearing?
I just got out of bed and I just came to school as always.
Bro, did you forget today was?
April 16th?
Well, yeah, but no.
Wednesday. Today's Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, technically yes, but dude,
Why are you wearing that shirt? You normally have more style than that. Come on, everyone knows that Colson has more style.
bro, why do you think I'm wearing this shirt?
Oh, crap. Today's Bolt.
Yes, bro.
Okay, I gotta change. I'll be right back. Give me 2
goodness.
seconds. Give me 2 seconds. All right, how do I look now?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, now what?
I don't know.
I guess we should introduce ourselves.
Okay. My name's Colson.
And I'm Kyle.
Like they don't know that already.
Anyways, we are your 5th period Bolt MCs. I think that we should probably tell them the theme, right? Or do you think that they already know it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could just tell them.
Okay. Well,
This year's theme
Bolt is
Lights in the Life.
Light. Wait, that's not right.
That's not it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This year's theme is
Love the lights.
Wait. Bro, I already know, okay?
Oh, yeah,
3,
okay.
2, 1.
Lights in the Life.
There it is. Okay, so do you happen to know who our first performer is?
Yeah, bro, I heard it's one of my best friends, Ryan Lee.
Best friends?
Yeah?
Well, I was talking to Ryan earlier, and he said that he doesn't really like you.
He doesn't
Never mind.
like
Please
me?
give it up for our first act, Ryan Lee.
Yo, Kyle, what are you talking about, bro?
Man, wasn't that great, Colson?
Yes, that was so beautiful.
Colson, are you seriously crying right now?
No, no, I don't cry.
Yeah, sure. Anyways, do you remember a time when you were 13?
No, to be honest, it's kind of just a blur.
It's real. Well, the reason I'm asking is because our next performer is Kayla, and she's going to be singing a song called Letter to My 13-Year-Old Self.
Cool.
Please, let's welcome her.
Oh man, that was fantastic, wasn't it, Kyle?
Yes, I loved it.
Kyle, random question, but do you like music from the 90s?
I mean, it's not really my cup of tea, but I guess I'll listen to it.
Okay, fair enough. I like Green Day though.
Yeah, my favorite song by them has got to be Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Yo, that's a
Banger,
good one.
I
That's a
know.
good one, bro.
Wait, isn't our next group doing a Radiohead song?
Yo, you're right.
Okay, I'm super excited for that. But while they get set up, what do you guys think if we play a little game that involves being really loud?
All right. So first up, for our pizza lovers out there, if you think pineapple belongs on pizza, make some noise.
But if you're like me and you think that pineapple is a disgrace to pizza, let me hear it.
All right. Next question. What color is math? Just shout it out. Shout it
No,
out.
tell us. Okay, I heard some red and blue.
Okay. So if you think math is red, get loud. Get loud.
Okay, I've heard that some people still think that math is blue. If there's anyone that thinks that, make some noise. Okay. All right, this next one is history. What color do y'all think history is? I'm hearing some yellow and oranges.
Okay. If you think history is orange, make some noise.
All right, hey, what about yellow? Who thinks that history is yellow? All right, thank you for playing. So, without further ado, please let's welcome Cadence's band.
Hello. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You flow like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. She's running out the door. She's running out. She runs, runs, runs. Oh. makes you happy. Whatever you want, you're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
All right. Next up, we have another singing performance.
But first, Colson, what is your favorite type of flower?
That's kind of a random question, but I guess like dandelions?
A dandelion?
Yeah.
That's not a flower. That's literal weed.
What? What are you
okay.
talking about?
So tell me this: you would give your prom date dandelions?
Yeah. Yes. What kind of flowers did you get your prom date?
Whatever kind she likes, I guess.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Speaking of which, our next performer is Sid, and she's
gonna be
singing
singing-
the same song.
Called Flowers.
Flowers.
Let's
is the
give
next
her a
song.
welcome.
Thank you, guys. Wow, I loved that performance.
Me too.
And if you want to go see it again, please go to the school musical.
It'll be the first 2 weekends in May.
So, Colson, how are you doing today, bro?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little stressed, graduation's coming up, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What about you?
I mean, I'm pretty stressed as well. Miss Lim's class is really hard right now.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
But yeah, I hope that your stress gets better as graduation gets closer.
Thanks, man. You too.
And yeah, our next performer is actually Jocelyn Babcock, and she is going to be giving us a speech on mental health. Please, let's happily welcome her.
Okay. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jocelyn Babcock, but I also go by Joey. I'm a senior here at Skyview High School. Today, I wanted to share something I've never really talked about out loud, my experience with mental health. I've stayed silent about it for a long time, but today, I finally found the courage to speak about it. Many people who struggle with mental health often seem perfectly fine on the outside. That was me. Before I say anything else, I know the COVID-19 pandemic is a topic many of us are tired of hearing about, but it's where my story begins. Before COVID, I was outgoing and carefree. I had a large group of friends who I adored and kept busy with after-school activities. My windowsill was lined with many thriving plants. I played the violin constantly, and I devoured books. Academically, I was a top student who loved asking thought-provoking questions. My family described me as a happy, vibrant kid. And then, as life sometimes does, it knocked me down. I had already started noticing small shifts in my mental health, but nothing I couldn't manage, until lockdown happened. One day, I went from being a joyful, social child to a quiet, exhausted, and withdrawn person. It felt like someone had flipped a switch. I won't get into all the details, but over time, I became a version of myself I barely recognized. I felt nothing, no joy, no sadness, just emptiness. My plants wilted and turned brown, my violin gathered dust, and my books stayed closed. Some days I slept too much, and other days not at all. I withdrew from everything and everyone. On the outside, I still looked like I had it together, but inside, it was a very different story. During that time, I wrote a short poem that I'd like to share now. It's titled Her. She haunts me in my sleep, and during many days I shall weep. For her claws of clean precision sting deep, no hesitation. With her close by, I cry as she guides, takes me to a place of dark, leaving by her loathsome mark. In this poem, her represents a force I couldn't quite name. It felt like someone else had taken control of me, something that drained me of every emotion and locked them far out of reach. After a long time of feeling this way, I finally did the scariest thing that I've ever done. I asked for help. One rainy afternoon, I told my parents I wanted to start therapy. They agreed. To this day, it's the bravest thing that I've ever asked for. Eventually, I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression and prescribed medication. The change didn't happen overnight. It was slow and often discouraging. But gradually, the medication helped quiet the constant self-doubt, and therapy taught me how to understand and manage my emotions. Little by little, I started to feel better. Not the same as before, but better. Now, 5 years later, my life looks very different. I'm happier. I can handle more stress than I ever thought possible. I feel joy again. I've since continued to read and play the violin, and I found happiness in things that I thought I'd lost forever. I'm sharing this for one reason. If you're struggling, I want you to know that the road to recovery is hard, but it is possible. Even now, I still have difficult days. There are moments when it feels like I'm back at square one, but I've learned to recognize how far I've come, even when it doesn't feel like progress. Those feelings don't last forever. I also want you to know life is worth fighting for. I didn't realize how beautiful it could be until I gave it a real chance. Even if it doesn't feel like it right now, there's so much good in the world, whether it's birds chirping in the early morning or strangers helping each other in moments of crisis. I'm not standing here because I have all the answers. I'm here to give strength to people like me, the ones who seem okay on the surface but are fighting a silent inner battle. Asking for help is the hardest part, but if you can do that, then you're already stronger than you think. If anything I've said resonates with you, please remember this. I believe in you, and I believe that you have the strength to fight to get better. Thank you.
Man, wasn't that something?
Yes, very inspirational and heartwarming.
Kyle, do you have an instrument you like to play?
Yeah, I actually really like to play the drums.
Oh, that's cool. I wish I could play the drums. Anyway, isn't our next performer Carly?
Yeah, and she's going to be playing the piano.
Cool. Let's give her a warm welcome.
The song I'll be playing for you today is Never Forget from Halo 3. This is a song that I cherish near and dear to my heart, and that's why I've chosen to play it today. I've been playing it for nearly 8 years and learned it all on my own with a form of perfect pitch that I developed in doing so. For those of you who don't know the story behind Never Forget, it all started when Michael Salvatore and Martin O'Donnell were working on the music for Halo 2 together. One night, a beautiful piano piece from Michael caught Martin's ear. He had no idea where it could fit in the game, but nevertheless, he recorded it in the studio. Months go by, and Martin's looking through the recordings and came across that one piece, which he had completely forgotten about. He gave it the role of being in the game's main menu music. On the soundtrack, he named the piece Unforgotten and made a revised version for Halo 3 titled Never Forget. He named it based on the fact that it had become an inside joke about he had forgotten about it, but according to him, no one needed to know that after hearing stories from players who had made it a piece of their life's soundtrack. One story in particular is from a player who used to play Halo with his best friend, and they would always stop to listen to the main menu music. Before playing, his friend died of cancer years later, and Never Forget was played at his funeral. Despite growing up playing the Halo franchise, I still haven't found the reason this song means so much to me. Maybe it's everyone else's story that means something to me. The fact that a song from a video game has such a poetic meaning in people's lives. And maybe that's enough. For many people, when they hear this song, they will immediately feel a wave of nostalgia over them. They will remember a time when they didn't have to worry about loss. They remember a time when they didn't have to think about political agendas or how much money was in their wallet. A time when we could just sit down and play a game with their friends. A time in which we all must never forget.
That was nice, wasn't it, Colson?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Well, we're nearing the end of this period's show with just one more performance.
I've loved all the performances so far. Some of them were educational, and others, they were just straight up impressive.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. But how about we welcome our last performer? You know him, you love him,
Stormy!